All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to episode 19 of our Tassi Farms Dairy Empire gameplay series. I am the Ultra Farmer, and we got a crazy episode for you today. We've got an episode where we build a whole bunch of stuff. If you're wondering what's standing behind me, new shop, more trucks. Well, more trailers, not more trucks, but we got a whole expansion that we do today. It's going to be a busy episode. We got a lot of work to do. We got fields to work. We have cheese to move around, and I want to get you into how all of this behind me got built. So, without further ado, let's get into episode 19 of our Dairy Empire gameplay series. I'm just headed up to the store now with the first load of wood chips. It is December, and that means it is wood chip season. We got to clear out those trees and get kind of a new spot made for another production facility, which we will need in the future. Probably kind of getting to be sooner rather than later. But I want to get a bunch of these trees cleared out, and it's kind of a slow process, going back and forth with this wood chipper. But yeah, I rented this unit, got it hooked to the trailer. As you can see, I cut down kind of one big massive tree and just was kind of messing around with it. I got a bunch of small pieces and stuff back at the farm that we still got to kind of deal with. But yeah, I'll get all those trees cleared out. That's going to be the main thing through December here. Right before Christmas, we'll get a little flush of cash from the wood chips. And then in January, we're going to be going off to sell the silage bales. So I'm heading to the store here. Let's let this car pass. Heading to the store here. Let's go dump this, and then what I'll do is I'll meet you back up at the farm, and we'll continue to wood chip. It'll kind of be, I'm not going to do the whole process of wood chipping because it is kind of slow going, cutting everything into the small pieces. They're not the easiest trees, but yeah, I'll get this dumped off. Actually, let's see here. Can I dump it? I think I want to do it on the side here. Let me just look here. One sec. I'm trying to look and see. Maybe it'll just be the back. I thought I could side do it. Yeah, and the wood chipper always ends up having a little bit of wood chips left in it. So it's kind of like a little bit of a glitch where, because sometimes I'm filling it and I'm not really like going back and forth like in the actual tractor paying attention to see how many wood chips are like in the thing. I'm just like throwing it in that conveyor belt, so a little bit gets stuck in that wood chipper. But okay, there's 30 grand right there. Not too bad. Not too bad. And we still got a bunch of trees to get out of there. Well, I say a bunch. The one that I was cutting down was like a really big one, so you obviously get a little bit more money for the big ones. Let's just close this menu. But it'll be good because I really want to buy a whole bunch more cattle. That's another main goal for today. We've got to get a bunch of wood chipping done. We got to get all the silage bales sold. We got to buy a bunch more cattle, and then like once all that area is kind of cleared out, and we get some more cattle and we get a little more milk and stuff going, kind of plan out for another production facility. And yeah, get into some field work in the springtime is the plan. So okay, I'm gonna head back up to the farm, kind of keep wood chipping, and I'll just bring you back, bring you through periodically till we get the wood chipping done, and then we'll get into moving some bales. All right, we are just a wood chipping machine or something like that. I'm not too sure. I got down a really big tree. I'm just kind of messing with this one right now, just going through, getting all these like smaller pieces somewhat. If I can, the routine. We did this last time. Sometimes they go good, like sometimes it just eats them up, no problem. Sometimes it's like, you gotta just find the sweetest spot. Like you just jam the log in there and it'll just be sitting in there and not wood chipping. I'm not too sure. But these are all just kind of the smaller pieces and stuff right now. I've just been cutting those. I've been trying to find the way. It's like this, right? Like what's going on with this? Oh. Like I don't know how to put that in there any differently. Let's try this. Yeah, I've been trying to find the way with like the stumps. Like, what's the trick with the stumps? Or not the stumps, but like the bottom side of the trees, just like the thick trunk area. That's always the tricky part. Oh god. We'll just put this aside for now. Sometimes it's almost like you just gotta give it a break, try a different piece. But the 199, that is right at the brink. Is that gonna take it all? Okay, let's jump in and see. 50%. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's go see 141. Okay. Yeah, I gotta cut this piece up into a smaller kind of chunk. But yeah, get all these trees cleared out is still the plan. I'm gonna keep, let's go back into this. I'm gonna get this guy out, and these three are gonna be what's left, and I think I'll leave these just for now. So these three more. So what I'll probably do is I'll just kind of keep going here. I'm not gonna bring you through this whole process because it's just kind of me slow going doing this. There's not too much to it. I think I'll just go through, I'll get all these kind of done, and then I'll bring you back. I just wanted to make sure that was working. Once those are all kind of cleared out, sometimes you just go like this, and then we'll go. It'll be January, and I'll bring you back on the final load of the wood chips. So then that way you can see kind of the final tally of the cash that we get. Yeah, like this one's just not gonna go, I don't think. And yeah, we'll go from there, and then we'll go sell some silage. But both trips that I made were 30 grand, so hopefully I can do another one that's about 30. Maybe 2 more trips-ish, and yeah, should have some decent cash, but definitely some more once we sell off the silage. We're just pulling back into the drop-off down here, down to the stores, and we're taking in, this is the final load of wood chips. So we got all of those trees cleared out, the ones that we wanted to. Took a little bit of time, there's a little bit of messing around, but I've kind of got a better system now for how I cut the trees down when there's like a whole bunch of limbs. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but I got like a better system now of like how I do it. But each trip that I've come down here, each load of wood chips I've taken have been about 30 grand. The last one I did was 31. So we'll see what this is. This should be around the same, I'm thinking. We'll see. 25? Okay, yeah. That actually makes sense. It's a little bit less. So what I'm going to do, I got to dock. Yeah, I got to dock that off. I'm going to spin this around here. The boys are going to be a little bit mad at me because I didn't pressure wash this thing, but that's okay. They'll get over it. They'll get over it. We're good customers down here, you know. They'll let that one slide for us just this one time. But there we go. We you know, I think, dare I say, that probably is going to be the last time we wood chip. So, because we don't really got, I mean, like, we could wood chip some more in the future, but not too bad. Let's look, 265,500 exactly. Let's go look at our finances here just real quick before I head up to the farm. Harvest income, I think that's what it is considered, you know. So 119, almost 120,000 buccarinos, which is nice. That is nice. That is some dairy cattle funds right there, which we like. Okay, I'm going to head back up to the farm. I'll just kind of save you the drive. I'm going to head back up there, and I'll meet you at the cow barn, and we're going to buy some more cattle. I want to get some more cattle before we get through into September, or sorry, before we get through into January and start selling the silage bales. I'm gonna get some more cattle, and then we're gonna put some hay in the barn, and then we will we'll get into selling those silage bales. Eventually, I'll get there, but I want to go buy some more cattle. So yeah, I'll meet you back at the cow barn. All right, I just wanted to take you kind of on a little victory lap here, where we went through. I left that guy, and I left just kind of these just to separate it. You know, keep some sty points around here. But there we go. We got this whole area cleared out now, so we've got a ton of room. We can build more production facilities in here. We can build more shops, more shed space if we want. Yeah, there's lots we can do there for now, which is great. But and we got some cheese that we're gonna have to load up. But let's go over. I'm gonna park this tractor right with this with the old milk container here. Let's just fill that where we can. All right, let's jump out, run down here. Got some snow in the barn, no big deal. Okay, let's go. Let's get some more cows. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking puberty's at 18 months. Okay, so let's see if we can get some more of these. How much more is... I want to spend like at least 65. There, we can get 51. We'll get 52, Ray Lewis. 52 more cows. Oh yeah, 242. Let's get 8 more for good luck. So we want... Obviously these don't do milk. What do we already have in here? This breed is dairy and produces milk. So let's get 8 more of those. Okay, we spent a bit of money, but we got some more cows. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. All right, we need to get a whole bunch more food into the barn. That's definitely what we got to do right now. We got to get some more food in there. So I'm gonna hook on to the... Yeah, let's just jump back in this tractor. It'll be fine. Let's go get some hay, and we'll fill this thing with loose hay, and then I might end up having to start jam some bales in there. But we'll see how much they eat through this month. We'll just see how much that many cattle go through. Because those are like a whole bunch of really mature cows, so that should be a good gauge of like how much food we're going to have to go through each month, especially in the winter. There's no pasture for them to munch on. Yeah, like I might clear some of these trees out of here eventually, but I might just kind of clear them and not take them to wood chip, if that makes sense. Just get them out of our way. Okay, let's go dump this in the barn. We'll dump this in the barn, and then we'll sleep on through into January, and we'll start doing some back and forths with the silage bales. Yeah, and I'll be excited to see how much food these guys eat. And I think like maybe I'll have to put... I'm gonna go get another trailer full of this and just leave it in there. So on another gameplay series that we're doing, on the Hard Times Hog Farm gameplay series, if you guys haven't checked that out, it's a pretty good one. We're trying to get rich from pigs, which has been tricky, but it's been interesting. But we have a barn there that can hold like 400, almost 480 pigs. However, it'll only hold 9,000 liters of food, which those pigs go through very quickly. Like 500 pigs go through way more than 9,000 liters of food per month or each time we sleep through. And so what I have to do is I have to fill the barn with food, and then I park a trailer right at the drop-off area that has more food in it. And then as the pigs like eat up all the food that's in the barn, the game just kind of automatically will dump that trailer into the drop off so the pigs have food to eat, if that makes sense. So I'm able to feed them, better, if you will. But yeah, it's a little bit of a trick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us into January, and then we're going to have to go through, and we got, how many round silage bales do we have? 59. We have 59 bales to take. I'm pretty sure that trailer will take 26, but I can't remember exactly what size that is, so it might take a little bit. We might have to do 3 trips, but we'll take all that silage off, and then we're going to get into the spring, and we're going to be cutting. We got to cut and bale that big field, so got lots of work to do. And yeah, I'll bring you back in January, and let's go sell some silage. Okay, there we are, team. I just loaded up our first trailer full of silage bales, and I'm going to head on down to the store. But my plan, I'm just going to jump out here, my plan worked. So we filled this barn full of food. Okay, it says it has 0 liters of food in there. So this trailer, this barn will hold 32,000 liters of food. And I think this trailer Let me just go check. Where's my trailers? It's under Forge Wagon. How much will this hold? 35,000 liters. As you can see, this trailer is empty. So, not only did they eat 32,000 liters that was already in this barn, they ate another 35,000 liters of hay. And that still leaves us at zero food, but their health is still 100%. So that is a lot of food. That good thing we have that other field. So more what I was getting at is what I wanted to bring in is that trick works. So if you're playing this game and you're running into the same issue where you have a barn, or say you have a barn, and then you also are able to put down pasture and you make a big field, because the bigger your field, the bigger your pasture field, the more animals that you can essentially take care of. So if you see a barn, and you extend the pasture, sometimes you can, there might be some sort of a mod that I have where that helps. I don't think so though, because this was just in part of this game, part of this map. But if you're running into that issue where the animals are eating more food than your barn can hold, and then their health is going down to zero, that's the trick to do it. Now there's also kind of another trick to it. I've found that what you want to do is you want to, before you sleep through into the next month, there's two tricks. You can fast forward time, because what's going to happen if you fast forward time is the animals are going to eat more and more food. So if you sleep through if I hit the sleep button right now and my clock says 1 p.m., like if you look up to the top right hand corner, my clock says 12:57. Well, between now and tomorrow, which would be like into February at 8 a.m., they're going to eat a lot of food. But if I fast forward time till about 5 p.m. and then fill the barn, they eat like less food overnight, if that makes sense. But what you got to do is you got to park your trailer there, fill the barn, and leave it just a little bit empty. So that whole barn will hold 32,000 liters. So the trick I've found is that you fill it to 31,000 liters, then you pull another full trailer load around and you dump that last little bit in. It's something about when you pull that trailer up and then you dump just a little bit out of it, it's like it locks that trailer into the barn somehow, and then it'll work. I found before on the other game modes, if I filled the barn right full and then parked a trailer out front full, for some reason it wouldn't work. It's like you need to pour just a little bit in there. I don't know, it's probably hard to explain. Oh, I never went and actually returned that. I drove back to the farm and didn't do it. Now the boys are really going to be mad at me. I parked it out front there and didn't return it. Okay, we need to switch mode. We need to return this. Dang, we paid for it for an extra month. Yeah. That is not good farm management right there, ladies and gentlemen. Not good farm management. Okay, so let's pull in here. Let's see. Come on now. Here we go. One at a time. 30,000. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. It's going to take a couple trips. I'm going to have to do, I think, about 3.5 trips before I can get all those silage bales back there. But it should be pretty consistent. We should be getting about 30 grand per trip. So out of the three full loads that I'm going to take, we should be right around that $90,000 mark-ish. But we got a lot of cattle now, and then they produced 17,000 liters of milk. So we're going to have to get another production facility, I'm thinking, pretty much as soon as we can. Because, yeah, it's going to bottleneck that little one that we got. And we're going to need something else to produce or to refine all this milk that we're getting. So I'm going to keep going. I'll do a couple back and forths here. I'll get all this done, and then I'll meet you back at the farm once I got all these silage bales hauled off. I don't want you to have to sit through me going back and forth doing this. So I'll get those done a little bit, and then I'll meet you back at the farm. We'll do some chores. We'll pull around, we'll get the cattle fed. We're gonna have to get them fed again, and I think I'm gonna have to stock some bales in there. Potentially. I don't know exactly how I'm going to be able to do this to make sure that they're super fed, but I think I'm going to stock some bales in the barn, at least 30,000 liters worth, so that they got a ton of food to eat. We might even have to start using the really biggest setting on that baler, which I think will put like 50,000 liter bales or something crazy, just so we can feed these guys. Because I still want to get more, right? Even though we got this much, I still want to get more. But Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'll get all this silage hauled off, and yeah, I can't wait for us to get into some baling, especially that big field. I can't wait for us to cut and bale that field. Okay, I'm just back at the farm here. I got everything sold off. I'm just doing some chores here, moving some milk around. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into our finances just to see. Yeah, I had it right here. So we made 95,000 off all those silage bales. So not too bad, not too bad at all. That basically pays for all the cattle that we bought, which is decent. And we're gonna need to get another production facility. That's what I'm feeling right now. So let's go in here and just look at. Let me just make sure I'm looking at this correctly. Jeez, it says it can hold 2.5 million liters in here. That's crazy. I think I'm just gonna wait until next, maybe in like February or something like that, and just see. I'm gonna take all this milk that we get right now, because we had 17,000 liters out of this barn. We're just gonna fill that production facility, see how much is left after, just to see how much it's going through, and then kind of make the plan moving forward is exactly when to put down the next production facility. But yeah, we're gonna need two, I'm thinking, methinks. And then what I'm gonna do quick, yeah, there's 3,000 liters left in there. Let's dump this. I'm gonna dump that right now. Okay, I'm gonna go through this little tip here again, because I probably explained it in like an annoying, confusing way. So this barn will hold 32 or 33,000 liters. Let's go through here. So I'm gonna fill this trailer. We'll fill this trailer up. And then what I do is I'm gonna, instead of putting this full trailer load into the barn, I'm gonna leave it a little bit less. Like I'm only gonna dump about 30,000 liters in, and then I'll come fill this trailer up again, and I'll show you. This is how I found, at least for it to work. I don't know. There might be. Oh God. Come on now. There we go. You just gotta throttle it real hard, and then you'll get it out of there. But yeah, this is what I found to work, because, like I said, in that other series that we're doing, if you guys want to go check that other series out too, you should check it out. It's kind of a fun series. It's neat. It's on a really good map, a map that I really like, called Waseca County, Minnesota. This is what we had to do with the pigs on there. So I'm watching my meter. I'm not going to fill all of this. There's 20,000 left in this trailer. There's 10,000. I'm going to stop it somewhere right there. Okay, so I'm going to jump out 28,000 liters in there. I'm going to do a little bit more. Let's jump out and see. Okay, so there's 31,000 liters in there. So this barn isn't completely full. And then I found this is how you do it. So you fill this trailer up again, and then you got to just dump a little bit out of the trailer. For some reason, when I did it on the pig farm, if it wouldn't work. Like if I filled the barn completely full and then left a full trailer out front, this trick wouldn't work. It's like I had to only fill the barn like 98% full, then pull the full trailer around, dump just a little bit out of the full trailer, and it like, I don't know, it like triggers something in the game, like, oh yeah, just keep dumping this into the barn whenever you need. I don't know, maybe that's just something weird on my game, or I'm not 100% sure, but this is how I found it to work. Now, you don't obviously have to do this with just hay. Like, I could just stick bales of hay there, but I wanted to show it to you like this, because this is how I did it with the pig barn. So now I've got this full trailer here. I'm going to dump the last little bit out of this to fill the barn, okay? And then I just hop out and I just leave everything sitting there, and it should just work. But let's go jump back into this. We'll jump back into this. I'm going to get the last little bit of milk out of this barn, go put it in the production facility, and then we'll jump through into February. And what we'll do when we jump through into February is we'll come in and we'll look. Yeah, there's the last 4,000 liters. We'll come and we'll check this trailer, and I'll hopefully be able to show you how everything worked. Just real quick too, so I don't forget. 33,750. Okay, so that's a weird number. Almost 34,000 liters to fully feed those guys. And then that trailer should have about another 33,000 left in it. which we can go check. Let's dump this in. Yes, 33. So 67,000 liters should be the total that we're gonna end up feeding these guys. It's 250 cattle in the winter months. Like, keep in mind, there's no pasture or anything for them to munch on. So I also wish there was, like, you could see that there was 250 head of cattle in here. Like, I could see like 10. Like, this is just a huge field. I wish it was full of all of our cattle. Okay, so let's jump over to this. Yeah, that's the last thing that we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to jump through into February, and then we're just going to check on this barn and see exactly how much food they just went through. So we're looking for around 67,000 liters, and hopefully they'll still have 100% health. So let's do that, and I'll bring you back in just 1 second. Okay, I'm just coming in here. This trailer is just dumping out some food. It jumped out the last... Okay, let's just go in here and see. I tried to catch it. So this trailer now is empty. I'm sorry, this camera's just dinking around so bad there. Okay, so that trailer is now empty. Let's hop out. And we got 12,000 liters, 13,000 liters in there. So we had 33,750. I got my calculator. Um, 12,294. Okay, so we went through 54,000 liters of food. 54,000 liters of food, and they produced 10,000 liters of milk. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, let's just pull through here. I'm going to fill this. We're going to go into our production facilities here. Where is our milk? 5,000 liters. Okay, so we went through about 12,000 liters. Yep, we're going to have to get another production facility. That is the only thing that I can think of. Now, what else could we make in here? We're not going to do any bottled milk. I guess we could do another production facility and we could do butter. How do we do chocolate milk? Oh, we probably need chocolate. Dang. Genius. Goat milk, goat cheese. Okay. Okay. 20 milk equals 18 cheese. 25, 23. So probably basically the same, except we do more cycles of cheese per month. So that's probably a little bit better. Bottled milk, 20 makes 30. Yeah, I guess we could do something with but then the bottled milk doesn't sell for as much. I'll have to kind of just think and plan that out a little bit better. But we're into February. We should go check the stores and see if anything came up. Oh, there's this tractor. Tractor trail planter. These are like 130 grand brand new, so it's actually a pretty good deal. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Oh, run into this tree. Let's back up here. Let's back up here. Let's cut through over here. I'm going to get this milk and stuff put in, and then I'm just going to check a few things to get sorted with this next production facility. But we are going to be going to cut and bale hay really, really soon. Actually, let's go for it. Let's go for a little run out here and just see how the fields are looking. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go up to this other field. Yeah, dirty old weeds that were growing on here, but that's okay. We'll get rid of them after this harvest. There's still 97% yield bonus, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. And let's go check on this one. Looking just lovely. Just lovely. Okay, let's go jump back in this tractor. Let's keep getting some more milk. I gotta load this truck. Now, we're not going to be going to drop off all this cheese and stuff till October, but I want to go through at some point and load this truck up. Oh yeah, we got 280 grand. So I'm just gonna try and figure out also, like, how much more cattle should we get? It's kind of a question I'm trying to figure out. I want to get another 100, that's for sure. I just want to make sure we have enough food to sustain them. Well, I guess we have that huge field, and we can just bale that with hay, even though I wanted to bale that in silage and have another good flush of cash come in from that, because that's a massive field. We would get quite a bit of silage off that. Yeah, I think for now we'll just wait and see. I guess we got quite a bit of hay still stockpiled. And summer's going to be coming, so they'll be able to eat meadow, which isn't too bad. Yeah, we could always do that. Let's go check the prices of everything. Now, I'm pretty sure at 36 months, yeah, we're going to have to start selling off some of these cattle too. I think at 36 months, their value is going to start going down. So we'll be watching for that to make sure that doesn't happen. But we might have to sell off some cattle too. Yeah, you only make 14. We don't really make that much money selling off cattle. That's not too bad though. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do some work here. I'm gonna get everything set for a production facility. I'll get through into March. Actually, we'll bring you back in April when we're actually cutting and baling. I want to get into a couple growth stages on those field, and then we'll start cutting and baling in April. All right, folks, we are back. It is April, and we are gonna go cut some grass. I'm just getting. I was just kind of getting the tractors all pulled around here, actually, in the spirit of trying to do everything. Let me get this out of the way. I just fueled this tractor up and I did a repair on it, so I'm actually going to back over to the little workshop here real quick. Let's just make sure this tractor's good and repaired and there's no issues. You know, we don't want any issues. Let's go in here. Let's repair it. $1,200. Oil change, filters, new set of tires. Yeah, right. There's no way we could get a new set of tires for $1,200. I'd say oil change, hydraulic flush, probably a mirror or something that I broke because I was driving erratically, you know how it gets. But we are going to hook on. I'm going to hook on to the mowers here. I'm going to head up to our big new field, and we're going to get that field cut. I'm kind of just going to work my way down, if that makes sense. Like, I'll start all the way at the very, very top, and I'll work my way all the way down. The animals are doing good. We still got 250 cattle. No one's been born in the last couple months, but yeah, I'm excited to cut this big field and to bale it and get going. So I think I'm going to stick with the original plan. I'm going to bale this big field up here in silage, and then we'll do the other two fields in hay because I got quite a bit of hay left over. Let's just set a worker going to this. I got quite a bit of hay left over. There's like 273,000 liters. In the one of hay just in the bales, and then I think about another 100,000, 150,000 within the hay loft. So if I cut this field, do it in silage, do the other fields in hay, that'll last us the summer. Then our next cut, we could probably just do straight hay, and that we can use that to feed the animals. I created us a whole new production area and lay down for for the cheese and stuff. I got us another production facility, and I built us a shed, a big shed. I also got us another trailer, like another big trailer for the semis. Probably have to get another semi truck at some point because we're gonna have to be doing like two people. Like, I'll get one truck loaded up, sent down to the stores. I'll be loading up another one, driving it down. Because there's going to be lots of cheese that we start to make, and we're going to have to wait till October to sell it. But I found trailers that will auto load the pallets, which is awesome. It's so awesome. I'm so sick of loading trailers with the forklift, I'm not going to lie. But okay, let's hop back over here and I'll show you the new production facility area. I'm just going to grab the slurry tanker thing because I want to pull some slurry over to this production facility, although I am going to need a bit to do the fields. I just there's a bunch going in the barn, but I want to take you over and I want to show you the kind of new area that I built for us and the new production. So I got kind of like a little cut through here. Actually, I'll show you. Here's it. Here's everything all set up. I got some pallets there. I'm going to show you kind of how the system I've got set up so that I can easily pull milk through. Yeah, 250 cattle. I want to buy more. I had to spend a bunch of money. I probably spent like 170 grand ish. A new trailer was 30 grand. A new production facility was another 50 or 55. I can't remember what they are. 50, I think. But I got it set up so that I can just pull through nice and easily over here. So yeah, got two production facilities here. So I'll be able to come through, dump off some into here. And then I can spin around in this lane that I have built in between the shed and these production facilities. It's wide enough so that I can pull the truck through. I'll show you all that. I was kind of waiting. That's why I wanted to set a worker going so I could show you. Got enough room here. Just spin around. I've been trying to dump even amounts into both of these. So like I said, we get about 13,000 liters. So I put about six and a half into that production facility, the first one. And then I throw a little bit in the second one. The farm's set up in a pretty good manner right now, though. Like, it's easy to kind of cruise around. Okay, let's fill this guy. This little tractor. Little tractors, it's good. Well, it's not really a little tractor. I mean, I guess it's still 190 horsepower. Or is that, or 175 maybe this one? Like, it's still a pretty gnarly tractor. That I can pull through here. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's starting to become a fine oiled machine over here. And as long as I put even amounts in both, or like pretty close to even amounts in both, then they produce roughly the same amount. Like each of these have about 5 pallets sitting outside of them, which is good. And then even if I have to put another one ahead of it, like in the future, we'll be able to do that. So I dock this off here. Can I? Yeah. So like I said, I might have to get another truck, but that's okay. And we can spin along here. And it'll slowly load these pallets inside. So each of these trailers will hold 34,000 liters of cheese, or 34,000, yeah, I guess it's liters. So that trailer that's already sitting in there is completely full. It's got 34,000 liters in it. So I was gonna fill this trailer, and then hopefully the production facilities will just have enough room that like I can just let it store within the production facility, and then when it comes time to sell everything in October, I'll just be doing trips back and forth. Like I'll send a truck up down to the store, and then I'll have another truck here like I'm doing right now, pulling through, getting it all loaded up, and then hopefully by the time that other truck gets up to the store, offloads at the store, this one will be ready and I can just kind of play leapfrog, is the plan. But I didn't want to buy another truck just yet, just in case, I need some extra cash throughout the year, which I probably won't, but I don't have to be doing this system just yet, so yeah, so it's fine. I figured I wouldn't spend the money on it. But there we go. That's how we load her. And I'm able just to spin around here. This truck, I almost wish this truck had a little bit more horsepower. I think it's only got 400 horse. It'd be nice if maybe it had like 6 or 500, but still pretty good. So well, maybe we should shut this off. Pretty not too bad. Production facilities are going good. I still got this spot in here. I can put some other stuff. Maybe I'll put the cultivator or trailer or something like that in. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so yeah, we pulled the milk out of here. There's still 24,000 liters worth of food, which I can fill that up later. What I've been doing is just stacking bales in here. Just a whole bunch of bales, which seems to be working pretty good. Let's go hook onto the windrowers. Now that's the only other thing that I kind of wanted to do, is I kind of wanted to get another set of windrowers and another set of tedders, but I don't really know. Let's go look in the store. There's nothing on sale, because now that we got that big field, it would be nice to at least get another set of windrowers, because I'll probably just do the really big field in silage. So really all we got to do is cut and windrow. Jeez, these things are so expensive. Because these are 8 meters. Yeah, 8 meters. I don't know. I think we should wait. I think we should just wait and be happy with what we got. I mean, these are 8.4 to go up another 50K or 30K, 40K just for another 1.7 meters. Not really going to be the move, I don't think. Maybe something will come used. That would be good. Cheddars. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's not waste the money just yet, I don't think. I don't think it's worth it to waste the money. I don't think anyways, but you know me. You know me. If anyone likes to waste the money on it, it's definitely me. But I think if we can get one used, that would be good. I could try and put in a search. I could put in a request to the used or to the dealership to see if they could try and find us a used one, which would be pretty not too bad. But yeah, we'll see. As long as I don't TED, yeah, as long as I don't TED this field up here, this big one, it'll be okay. We'll just try and keep doing this in grass, and then that way, um, let's tab over to this guy. Watch him cut for a little bit. And yeah, I think I'll just do that in grass. And then that way we can just bale it straight after. The only thing though with how much food the animals are eating, originally I didn't want to use the big setting on the baler, but I think it's going to be handy to do that. It's a little unrealistic, but I don't know. Just the same repetitive thing of feeding those cows. I'm going to want to have the biggest bales that I can sitting in there. So I think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to use it, and it'll just save, because the more cattle that we get, dang, we got some storm damage on this field. The more cattle that we get, it's going to just get harder and harder to keep up with feeding them. So yeah, that's going to be my plan. That's my long story. Hopefully it's not too boring. But let's open that. Let's close that. Okay, well let's get this field mowed. You know, let's mow this field. I think we'll do a little bit of a time lapse of this big field getting mowed. You know, we haven't done any work on this field yet, so I think we'll do a little bit of a time lapse here of this field getting done, and then once it's windrowed, yeah, once it's windrowed, I'll bring you back and we'll start baling after we get it nice and cut. So yeah, let's get this field cut. Alright, I'm just back here. I got this field mowed. Our big field has been windrowed, which it windrowed really weird. I don't know why it did what it did, but I ended up renting a big windrower. Like, even though I was just saying, oh, we don't really need to buy one of those, or maybe we can't afford it. We definitely need a big windrower or something like that for that field because it's massive with our little small set. I'm just gonna set a worker, start cutting this field, and I'll jump back over. I got the baler hooked onto the John Deere. We're gonna go bale. But yeah, windrowed really weird. It was like the AI worker was like jammed out. Like it wasn't really following the full width of the windrows. Like windrow was supposed to be like 15 or 14 meters wide or something, and it would do like a pass, and then it would do like half width on the back, so it would like start pulling out of the other windrow. I don't know. Very, very odd. I don't know what to make of it. Uh, Actually, one sec here. What I think I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna make the biggest bales that we can just to get through it a little bit better here. Let me make sure this is dropped down. But yeah, like it's got weird windrows on this side now. Like look how long, look how narrow this thing is. I don't know. Really weird. It's gonna take me a minute to bale all of this, but but that's okay. I'm just gonna go through here and slowly get this baled, and yeah, we can kind of start planning out next episode, which is gonna be real good. Like I want to get more cattle. That's gonna be a big major thing. Is getting more and more cattle, and we really got to get a whole bunch of the cheese sold off. That'll be kind of like the biggest thing of next episode is we're going to be getting all of that cheese hauled down. There's going to be a whole bunch more cheese that gets made over these next few months because we're going to be selling that stuff off in oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, one sec with this baler. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I have to turn the wrapper on. So we have a grass bale. We got one random grass bale sitting there, which is okay. That's fine. That's fine. I just got jammed out and I forgot to do that. So let me close this thing. But yeah, we got to get all that cheese sold off, which is going to be pretty good because there's going to be a pile of cheese now that we got more cattle in that barn. It's going to be pretty massive. Okay, let me see if I can just get this end. Yeah, this really windrowed super weird. And then I wasn't really paying attention to it, to be honest. And by the time I got back, it was like kind of too far gone. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just leave it rather than try and mess with it. I'll just bale it, get it done with, and no harm, no foul. I still really love this baler. Really love this baler. This is going to be just a weird little corner that I got to try and get done here. Might have to get all backed in there. But I want to get another. Geez, I want to get another 100 head of cattle. Like, I really want to get that barn maxed out and see how much food it's going to take. That's kind of why I think on all these bales that I do, I'm going to do the biggest bales that I can with this thing, even though I wasn't going to before. I think I'm going to do that just so that I can, because if I stack like 3 or 4 big bales in that barn, I'll be able to feed a lot more cattle, and that's the goal. I want to just max out those production facilities and even get another production facility. If we can get 3 of them going, we got more room in front of those that I can just keep kind of stacking them along in that row, so I can pull through with the trailers to load up all the pallets, which is awesome. I love that we got those auto load pallets or those auto load trailers. Like that is super clutch. Super clutch because loading all this stuff up constantly with the forklift would just get too mind numbing. Too mind numbing after a while. Even if I use something like if I did it by hand and use like super strength, it would still just be too much loading. Way too slow. Way too slow. So that's pretty good. Well, let's see how this bale comes out of here. This baler, the only thing that's like not like this baler's awesome. The only thing that I would complain about, because you got to complain about something every now and then. For me, I think it's all the time. I'm always complaining about something to farm. But this one, you got to kind of watch the pre-chamber. When it starts getting full, you got to let it kick out its bale. And I think I even might have to turn on automatic drop. I just can't let that pre-chamber get too full. Spin around like that. See if we can catch this hole. I just have to back in here, catch this little corner. There we go. There we go. And I'm gonna just go down and I'm gonna lift up this thing. I'm gonna go down and kind of start these corner or these diagonal rows and start working my way back and forth down the field. I'm gonna get this thing baled. It's gonna take a little bit of time here. I don't think I'm gonna put you guys through another time lapse of me baling this. I think I might just get it done, and I'll kind of bring you back towards the end of it once we're pulling some bales off this field, putting them in the storage unit and stuff like that. And yeah, I think we'll do that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll get this field all baled up, get it all wrapped up, I think, and yeah, I'll bring you back, and we'll haul these bales off, stick them in the storage unit, and make sure those cattle are fed. Okay, folks, I'm just pulling through here. We got this field cut. Actually, the other field is cut as well. I'm just going to jump into this tractor real quick. Oh. I'm starting to get better at shutting stuff off when I park it. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting better. I'm going to set a worker to start tedding this field so I can bale it with hay. But let's jump back into that tractor. And let's head over and pick up these bales that we got off this field, which I'm pretty excited for. That field is pretty big, though. Like, the baling went not too bad, but the field is still pretty big. I really love that new baler, though. I've said that a million times, but yeah, I'm gonna get these bales pulled off, and then I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go through and fix all these storm damage patches. Okay, what I want to do. This is still our deal. But actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure I forgot to pull 500 bucks off last time when I used this thing, so I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I forgot when I was going to do the, like, sell all these silage bales. So, yeah. I think I'll almost do it each episode because I'm going to be using that other auto load trailer. I don't know. I don't know why I penalized myself. I think just, it's fair. It's fair. I kind of don't like using auto load, but like loading stuff with the forklift over and over. Oh, I'll just pay the money and I'll just pay my fine and go ahead. But I think I'm gonna go through. I don't know. I don't want to be lazy about it. I think I'm gonna go through and fix all these patches of storm damage. There's quite a few though. Like this field got pretty damaged with whatever. I've never really seen this many dead spots on one field, but I'd have to go through with the plow. Or maybe just the cultivator. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Go through. It'd probably just be quicker if I drag the plow around, fix all these spots quick, and then I gotta seed them. I'd have to reseed them, which is fine. Just pull the little seeder around. That really wouldn't take very long. Missed a little bit of grass on this row here. And then I want to, before I put any slurry or anything into the production facility, I want to spray this field with slurry. What are we looking at here, actually? It's 50%. Okay. So we'll be able to use a single application on this. Not too bad. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do here. Let's just start pulling. I wonder if I can get all these bales in one run. Can we do it? I don't know. Well, maybe. We only got 5 more. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one grass bale. I wonder if it will load up. It's the same size, so it should. Maybe we should double back and grab that. Let's get this. And there we go. Okay, let's go see if we can... Oh, that's it. Well, you get a perfect amount of bales off this field for one trailer load. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I'll grab that grass bale. later on or something. I think I'm gonna go hook onto the plow and start doing these patches because it's gonna take a little bit of time for the AI workers to TED both these fields. There's still the other, the bigger field, and then have to windrow them as well. So it's a bit of work. I think, yeah, while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna go through and try and touch up that field as much as I can. Get her looking, get her looking good. If it's really damaged next time again, maybe I'll do it every other harvest or something. So that's a lot of dead spots on there though. Must have had a bad storm. Must have had a bad storm roll through. Okay, let's go dump these off. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, let's spin this guy around and go hook onto the plow. Spin this around. Let's go grab that plow. Get these spots all tuned up for us. I should have seed and fertilizer in that thing, in the planter, because I won't need to really use much. Shouldn't. Nice. Alright, let's do it. Let's go fix some patches. Patches O'Houlihan. That was a good movie. Dodgeball was a pretty funny movie. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna go fix some patches and like I said, next episode we gotta have a lot of work to do. We gotta get a whole bunch more cattle. We're gonna have to finish baling all this field and really getting the cattle and stuff squared away. I want to buy more cattle. I want to buy more cattle, but I'm hoping I can be at a point in the game, like in this series, where I don't have to do any more contracts. I really don't want to do any more contracts. I just want to work around our farm. So I think, which I don't think I'll have to, because like next episode, I want to buy more cattle. We're gonna we'll have to cut and bale another set of hay, which I might kind of do a little bit off camera. I'll probably just bring you through a little bit of it. I don't know exactly yet, but we got to sell off all the cheese and see what kind of cash we get from that. And then that'll kind of just help us plan like how much more cattle to buy over the next year. And yeah, just stuff like that. But it's really starting to come together now. Like once we can really feed the animals and we can just max out that pen, because we've got a good stockpile of hay now, and after we bale and stuff all those other fields, and then if we get another cut off this, yeah, we'll be pretty stocked up. But I just don't want to run out of hay for some weird reason. But yeah, that's what we got on the books. I'm glad we got those new production facilities though this episode, or one other extra, and I'm glad we got the new truck set up, especially with the auto load stuff. That's gonna help just pulling stuff around so much more. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. I really, really do. I appreciate all the comments and stuff you guys have sent me, and people seem like we're really enjoying this series, which is fun. I really like the series. This is a fun one. I've never did dairy cows this intensely before, so it's been really fun. Yeah, thanks so much. I appreciate it like always. If you haven't done so already, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that sub, hit that like button for me, and yeah, leave me another comment. And yeah, like always, guys, thank you. I've said it a million times. Hopefully you have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.